the prosperous kingdom of Teklitan. The people are happy, the crops are thriving, and trade is booming. All was well under the wise ruler Teklitan, the grandson of the great god Ixmican. He ruled over his kingdom with a just but firm hand. While all-knowing and wise, he did not recognize the trouble brewing among the gods.
What is this? My prison confines me no more. After years of slumber, I am ready to feast on the mortal realm.
Pet, my son has escaped from his prison. Pet, my son, who has no sense of right or wrong, who wreaked havoc in the mortal realm 1,000 years before. The gods decreed he was too unstable, too vicious, too cruel, to enter again into the mortal realm. Thus he was locked away, never again to be awakened. My son, he is not evil. His power is simply too great and deadly for one who cannot control it. Every time he snores, a tornado is created. Every time he turns in his sleep, an earthquake rumbles the earth. And every time a tear is shed, a hurricane floods the land. My son, I cannot bear to see him locked away anymore. His freedom threatens the people. But to deny the right is to deny my own kin. I will not interfere, but will grudgingly prepare for more souls to enter my realm in death.
Pet ravages the kingdom of Teklitan before stopping to take a drink. Then falling once again into a deep sleep. The news of Pet's destruction has made way to the king.
Oh, great king, I saw with my own eyes the terrible deed. I couldn't believe it, the destruction, the horror. A great menace has befallen upon our empire. I can't bear to deliver the news. Oh, how unfortunate for a poor soul, a poor messenger like me.
Silence! Either give me the news or give me your head.
The monster has escaped. The great son of Halambe is once back here to destroy humanity.
Possible. Pet's been asleep for hundreds of years. And you, measly subordinate, your eyes are as useless as this news you bring. So get me my ball since you're incapable of anything else. Oh boy, do I love me a good ball game. Whoa!
You cheat!
How dare you accuse our magnificent king of cheating? You're just another scoundrel who fears death.
I have an ominous feeling about this. I must consult with the gods.
I've been expecting you.
Thank you, priest.
The gods have spoken. It decrees that a terrible tragedy has befallen your empire. Halambe grieves, and his son has awakened. The underworld brews with his internal conflict, and Ixmican is livid. The deities have warned Halambe, but the god refused to listen.
This monster must be destroyed. If the gods refuse to take action, then I will do this in their stead.
Teklitan, hearing of this news, rushes to defeat Pet the monster. Ixmican blesses Teklitan as he sets out, traveling over hundreds of leagues a day to Pet the monster's den. Mighty King Teklitan's quest to defeat the monster is his first obstacle. Day and night he travels hundreds of leagues. Through bitter wind, rain, and storm he carries on. Nothing in his way will stop him protecting his people and his land. At long last, in a week's time, he reaches the lake and finds Pet deep in slumber. As he gets closer, he feels the earth rumble with every breath Pet takes. He gets closer, his spear raised high. As he is about to strike, Pet wakes up and unleashes a roar that throws Teklitan back. Their fight endures for 2 straight days, and Teklitan emerges the winner. Basking in triumph, Teklitan cuts the head off of the monster and sacrifices it to the gods. Upon returning to his village, Teklitan sees nothing has changed. The crops are still wilted, the wells of fresh water are poisoned, and his kingdom is still in drought. The cocoa beans refuse to grow, and the maize dies as soon as they are planted. Halambe in the underworld mourns in grief over the loss of his son. His agony can be felt by the people above, and the kingdom becomes worried. Teklitan consults the council of elders, and they advise him to make a sacrifice to Halambe to please him. Teklitan decides to sacrifice a woman to ease Halambe and bring peace back to his kingdom. He decides to sacrifice his second wife, the second most beautiful woman in the land. He lets her blood rain down on the altar. A volcano explodes in Halambe's fit of rage, and several villages are destroyed. Halambe plunges the kingdom in a second wave of turmoil. Tremors appear randomly and destroy small villages. The citizens are in a state of panic, and Teklitan knows what he must do. He sets off on a journey to the underworld, being forced to brave 6 terrible tests in order to reach it. He descends down the volcano into the depths of the realm down under. He travels down, and continues. He continues for days, weeks. His people do not hear from him for months. He braves the heat, the darkness, traps, trickery, and the unknown to protect his people. The obstacle is like none other he has faced before, with creatures that have never seen the light of day, and of unimaginable proportions. But still, he can tell he's nowhere near his intended destination, and so he journeys on stoic, his quest to save his kingdom.
O great king of the underworld Halambe, what has angered you so?
You, Teklitan, you claim to be a great king of your people, yet you defy me and subject your kingdom to a destiny of doom. You kill my son and you disrespect me too. I can no longer tolerate this. Go, my 10 loyal commanders, responsible for all human suffering, sickness, starvation, fear, destitution, pain, and ultimately death. Rid the underworld of this pest and let his people join me.
The guardians wreak havoc among the people. Sickness takes over the young and old. Starvation takes the form of widespread famine, and death is there to complete their work. Teklitan is thrown into despair as he watches the guardians ruin his kingdom.
I cannot allow this any longer!
Teklitan grabs his spear and sets off on his final journey to rid Teklitania of Halambe's commanders.
And so, Teklitan set about his quest to go defeat all 10 commanders of Halambe, including sickness and starvation, until he was left with only death.
Death, we finally meet. The last, the end of my journey. Once I defeat you, I will return home and be hailed the victor.
Is that so? Then you are no different from your foolish citizens. You said yourself, I am dead.
The great King Teklitan, I will protect my people, and it is a duty I will fulfill.
Mortal, you irritate me! Your head must be filled with those stones you used to build your temple!
I do not fear you. I've killed 9 of your comrades, and you will be no different.
You foolish king! I think you've forgotten. You can cure sickness, you can feed the starving, but even you cannot overcome death.
That is yet to be decided. I will battle you, and you will not have a chance to take those words back.
It will be no battle.
Rise, Teklitan, for I, Ixmacane, king of the gods, give you my blessing to help defeat this foe in front of you.
Leave me and my people. To Halambe you will be sacrificed. To my kingdom you shall never return. Return to the underworld, where you belong.
And you shall join me, Teklitan. My name is Death, it is only fitting. Foolish mortal! You may destroy my body, you may destroy my name, but unlike you, I will always be reborn.
I am the grandson of the great Jaguar King Ixmacane. You think this little scratch would harm me is just foolish. Be gone now. O great god Ixmacane, the jaguar who prowls above the clouds, O great god Halambe, the monkey who jumps below from tree to tree, accept this sacrifice to rid my kingdom of the impurities.
After making the sacrifice, Teklitan collapses due to the grievous wounds dealt by death. In his final moments, he prays to the gods, asking them to help lead his kingdom to prosperity.
He has fought valiantly.
Yes, I agree, Sickness. No mere mortal can claim they fought off death, although he did die trying. Halambe, I urge you to put aside your rivalry and allow Teklitan passage into our kingdom.
Very well then. I will allow Teklitan to come join us to play ball in our kingdom, as he has shown much bravery and courage for the sake of his kingdom.